Up to now, we've used a few rough methods to change textures and UV maps, mainly based on image size. But in this video, we're going to be more precise. We'll use the actual, real-world dimensions of the image and the objects. As we saw in previous videos, to change the material of a kitchen door, we start by selecting it. Then, in the Materials tab under the Surface section, we expand the base color option and click on the folder icon. Next, we navigate to the folder where we've saved our texture files. In this example, we'll assume that we've already downloaded our texture options from Formica's official website, as shown in the previous video. All these texture images share the same real-world size, 76 centimeters wide and 180 to 0.88 centimeters tall, a detail we've noted down on paper for reference. The new texture applied to all kitchen doors except the upper column cabinet, so we do the same steps for it. As we change the countertop texture, it's important to note that Sweet Home 3D may not export UV maps with real-world dimensions. Consequently, when swapping the texture in Blender, we must readjust the UV maps based on the image's dimensions, a process covered in past videos. Nevertheless, if the furniture item imported from Sweet Home 3D lacks real-world UV maps, scaling the UVs based on image pixel dimensions alone will fail to produce accurate physical sizing. We click on a kitchen door to select it, and then we press the Del key on numeric pad to center on it. By pressing the In key, the sidebar appears. Then in the Item tab we can see the real dimensions of the kitchen door. The X representing the width and the Y the height of the kitchen door. First, we'll write down the actual dimensions of the door on our reference sheet. Switching to the UV editing workspace, however, we can see that the door has a very complex topology in the viewport. To simplify this, let's head back to the Layout tab. Select one of the kitchen doors, then go to the Select menu and choose Select Length and then Material. Now, we'll expand our selection to include the upper column cabinet by holding down the Shift key as we select it. Finally, we switch into Edit mode. We select all the faces on the Select menu, and by pressing the X key we select Limited to solve on the pop-up menu to simplify the topology. In Object mode, select only the kitchen door. Next, go to the UV editing workspace. Adjust the UV window layout and hide the side panels by pressing in while your cursor is over the window. In the 3D viewport, click outside the object to deselect any faces, then select the front face of the door. With that face selected, unwrap it again. Now, switch the UV selection mode to Vertex, and use the left mouse button to drag a selection box around all the vertices to select them. We'll start by scaling the UV map to better understand the process. Press N key in the UV image editor to open the sidebar, then go to the Image tab and enable UV Vertex. Next, choose the Select Box tool and select the vertices on the left side. Set their X value to 0. This aligns them perfectly with the left edge of the image. Then, select the bottom two vertices and set their Y value to 0 to align them with the bottom edge. Now, select the right vertices and set X to 1 so they line up with the right edge of the image. Finally, select the top vertices and set their Y value to 1, aligning them with the top edge of the image. These steps cause the entire wood panel to fit perfectly onto the small kitchen cabinet door, though that wasn't the intended result. After selecting all the vertices, we press the S key, then enter 1 and press Enter to open the Resize panel. For the scale X value, we enter 58.8, which is the actual door width, divided by 76.2, the real width of the wood sheet. For scale Y, we enter 71.8, the actual door height, divided by 180.88, the real height of the wood sheet. And just like that, the kitchen cabinet door seems to have been sliced right out of the wood sheet by the carpenter. Back in the Layout tab, we can select all the other doors that share the same dimensions by holding down the Shift key. To copy the correct UV map, make sure the last object you select is the cabinet you previously edited. It will be highlighted with a bright orange frame. Then, go to the Object menu, choose Link, Transfer Data, and then copy UV maps. This is a quick and easy way to copy UV maps between surfaces of the same size. For doors with different dimensions, however, you'll need to repeat the process individually. We'll show the easiest way to set the exact dimensions of countertop surfaces in the next video. Subscribe so you don't miss any of them.